morning traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Today we're going to focus on stock indexes due to some of the new records that we're seeing on some of the CFD and stock index markets at the moment. So we'll just start with upcoming news. This morning 11:30 we have Australian retail sales, and early into Saturday morning at 12:30 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Time we have Canadian and US employment data. So this will be the first US employment data for 2020. We're looking for an increase in average earnings, a decrease in the payroll figure, and unemployment to stay steady. So just looking at the ASX this morning, we can see we've moved to new highs. We've broken above that previous high set back in the fourth quarter of 2019. That was on the 29th of November, and we've now trading at 69.17 this morning. So just a quick look at the weekly chart. We can see how strong this week's been for the AUS200. It's currently putting on 3.04%, breaking above those highs. So we will have to just see. What we'd like to wait and see is if we have this week where it finishes up, if it does hold highs tonight, or if there could be a surprise in the NFP and it pulls back. And what we'd want to see is a pullback and then a new rally to confirm that high. But yeah, the payrolls could have some influence on that tonight. So it's a similar story. We'll just move over to some of the US markets. And we can just see it here on the Nasdaq. This is the NDX100 that tracks the Nasdaq. We can see we went to new records the previous session and then went to further new records overnight. And this morning, this is sitting around that previous record. So we had our pullback here. That was in the height of when we saw the earlier in the week when we saw that futures sell-off after Iran struck the airbase in Iraq. But after that was pulled back, we had a very strong rally out of there. So this has been a continuation of that pullback. It's a little bit different to what we're seeing on the ASX, and now we'll just have to see how this trend progresses. It's a very healthy looking trend currently, but again, as noted before, we'll see how the payroll figures come in. If there's any negative surprises that could put pressure on this new breakout, and if it does pull back, then the key will be seeing it sort of form a new point of support in these areas here, and then we want to see it quite quickly retest highs to possibly break highs to show that this trend still remains in a buy, with strong buyer demand. So just quickly over to the US 30. It's just a similar story there, but the Nasdaq is looking a little bit more healthy than US 30 right now, and it's a similar situation on the S&P. It's a bit tighter than US 30, but again, like the Nasdaq, it's very healthy in how it's breaking out. One currency that we did see this morning is the dollar yen. It's had a stunning recovery after setting up new lows. After pulling those lows back, like we've seen in shares, it's been rallying very strongly back up towards these highs. So a break of these highs sort of does set up a situation where we'd see a trend continuation. Now we have a new trend here from this point now to this point. It was there and was broken into a range. That range, we're now at the top of that range, and if we see a break of these levels, then we'll be looking for a continuation higher, possibly up to test this next high here around the 110.40 to 110.50 area. So that's really it for now. Keep an eye on the Australian retail sales if you are trading the AUD, and also keep an eye on tonight's non-farm payroll data, as that could play a key role in the current US dollar strength and in the current strength that we're seeing in stock markets late in the week. So have a fantastic trading day and have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Bye for now.